welcome to a brand new live stitch tutorial, and we are going to have prizes at the end. We're going to talk today about the spike stitch, and it looks like this right here. I'm going to use a few different colors so it's a little easier to see, because usually white is not really good on camera, same for dark blue. So I picked a few other colors to make sure you guys can see how the stitch is made, and I'm focusing specifically on the actual spike stitch because whatever is in the background of it or below it are just single crochet stitches. So we're going to focus on that, and let me know in the comments, have you ever tried this stitch before, or is this brand new to you? I am excited to see some of you guys' swatches. I already saw a few of them pop up from yesterday's tutorial. Let me remind you, this one was yesterday. Okay, we made the samurai stitch yesterday. So if you haven't tried it yet, go try it out because it is so much fun. And the spike stitch is really fun too. We have more lives coming in the next few days, but we'll go into that a little bit later. Let me remind you really quickly, at the very end, we're going to have prizes. So if you're paying attention, you'll be able to answer the questions and have a chance to win something. So yay, yay, yay. Are you guys ready? I hope you guys are all ready. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and of course, share the video with your crochet besties. And if you haven't left a comment yet, go leave a comment. We all love to know what you're thinking. All right, I'm going to swoop around so you can see what I see. I have a little swatch here ready to go so I can talk you guys through it. And no worries, I'm going to crochet it too. I'm not just going to talk, okay? But it's going to look like this. So this is obviously done in rows. The initial picture that I showed you was done in rounds. It can be done either way, okay? So the multiple is 6 unless you want it to be even in rows. So you can kind of see that it's not exactly even on both sides. So if you want an extra stitch over here, do you see how this one is longer than this one? Because I didn't add an edge stitch over here, okay? So if you want it to be even, you just add one extra stitch, meaning it's a multiple of 6 plus 1 in that case, right? But you still need a turning chain, so you add an extra 1 to it. So let me say it again. I made here a multiple of 6 plus 1, but I didn't have the edge stitch. If you want an edge stitch, add another one, okay? So for me, that was 16 plus, no, excuse me, not 16, 18 plus 1. So it's 19 chains that I made. And then I made a few rows of single crochet stitches. So I made one foundation row just to get started. And I don't have this long one kind of all the way down here. It may look a little weird, so I didn't want to do that. So I added 4 rows of single crochet stitches. But technically it is only 3 rows after that that you need, okay? So just that you know. So how's it going, everyone? You guys haven't tried the spike stitch before? I'm glad that you guys are here so you can learn it. Yay! Okay, so what I have done here is I have prepared my rows of single crochet stitches. Again, those are 3 rows here that I added so that I'm ready on this side. You always switch colors on that side. For rounds, obviously, it's on top of the first stitch where you're switching colors, okay? So you're switching colors every 4 rows, but one of the rows or rounds is going to be the spike stitch row. Are we all good so far? They're all single crochet stitches. Even the spike stitches are, just that you are going a little bit further down. And this specific one is also known as the eyelid stitch. And really, in order to make it the eyelid stitch, because it looks like an eye, is, you know, because of the the eyelashes and all that stuff, right? And that just means that you are moving the entire piece over by 3 stitches, right? So what you want to do is you want to have the little stitch on top of the biggest stitch, pretty much. So let's call them big and little, right? It makes more sense on the spike stitches. So here's a little one, here's a big one, and then here's vice versa. Little one, big one, right? So I'll go through it step by step so that way you can see exactly how to do this. Okay, let's see. Was there a question here? Okay, I'm gonna look here. Was there a question? I feel like I saw a question. I don't know if I just saw a question, but I think someone said how I'm doing. I'm doing great because I get to teach you guys something. If there was another question, leave it down below. Okay, so I'm going to get started here with my light blue color so I can teach you how to do this. So again, you would be crocheting down here I did 4. Okay, typically it's 3 rows of single crochet stitches, and then you're going to get started. Okay, so what you're going to do in the very first row is going to be a single crochet stitch, so regular stitch. Okay, by the way, some stitches have multiple different names, so if you may know the stitch as a different name, don't get confused. Okay, I mentioned it before that many stitches have different names. Don't ask me why. It is what it is. Okay, just like you have different names, probably like nicknames and etc. Crochet stitches do also. So after you made your very first single crochet stitch, and you probably know that I don't do a chain of 1, it makes it bulky, so I just leave it be. So started it right away with a single crochet stitch, and the next stitch you're going to go 1 row down, okay, or round. It doesn't matter whether you do this in rows or rounds, it doesn't matter. So this one would be the same row right here. So if you go 1 down right here, that would be 1 row below. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So you're going to go 1 row below, yarn over, pull through, and finish it up like a single crochet stitch. So that's the first one after the single crochet. Okay, then in the next stitch you're going to go 2 rows down. So let me point to it. This would be, call this row 0. Okay, 0, 1, and then 2. Here would be 2. So that's where we're going. Okay, so you go down here and yarn over, pull through. So you pull it up in the same height as all the other stitches, so you don't have it like, you know, smush together. You don't want to smush anything. Okay, Michelle, you just got the ebook. Let's go, girl. I am so happy for you. Gotta press my button. Yay! If you did too, let me know. Okay, and then the next one, we're going to go down 3 rows. So let's do it again. So 0, 1, 2, and then 3. And 3, you can see, is right where that, you know, single crochet is. So that's what we're going into. So down here. So yarn over, pull through, and you can see if you do it like this, that will be, you know, crunching it up. Pull it up, okay, like pull up your loop so it's the same height as the loop that you have on your hook. That should not be super gigantic, by the way, but you wanted to pull it up, yarn over, and pull through. So that's halfway, almost like a little over halfway done. Okay, so now we're going backwards. So we went from the top down. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going up. So 2, 1, 0. Got it? So here would be 2. So let me point to it again. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. So here's 2. So that's where we're going into. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. So now we're going to do 1. So 0, 1. Okay, so that will be 1 row below. And then we do a regular single crochet stitch. So that's pretty much where it starts over. So if you count your stitches here, okay, excluding that single crochet stitch, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that way it's a multiple of 6. So let's do this again. Okay, so here we have 0. Now we do 1. So when I say those numbers, I'm referring to how many rows down it goes, right? So this will be 1 row down. Now we're going to go 2 rows down. And then we're going to go 3 rows down. And then we go back up. So the spike stitch can be as big or as little as you want, okay? So you could even go further down, but it would probably increase the multiple number. This specific one is a multiple of 6. You could make it longer. You can make it shorter. You don't have to go up and down. You can always start the same way again, and then it's more of like almost like a zigzag, like an abrupt change. The idea of a spike stitch is simply that you're going down and you're pulling up the yarn from a different row, right? It's not the row 0 in this case. So here we're going back up. Okay, so that will be here 2, then 1, and then it would be 0, right? Okay, let's finish this row because this is the starting point of that repeat. So this was 0, then 1, and then 2, and then 3 rows down. And every time you make your single crochet stitch, just don't forget to pull up that loop. Okay, then here it would be then 2 and 1. 1 is right here. It's not 0, it's 1, because I didn't add an edge stitch over here. If you want to have an edge stitch, you simply add one more stitch at the very beginning, so that way it's even on both sides, because this one started with a single crochet stitch, right? Here I really just did the multiple of 6. Now let me ask you this real quick. Do you want me to do 3 additional rows and show you the move over? Because you can see there's a shift over here, right? This one is shifted over by 3 stitches. Would you like me to do that? I just have to make a few rows of single crochet stitches really quickly, but you guys let me know. In the meantime, I can show some of you guys off really quickly. We got Sheila. Hang on, I gotta press my button. Sheila got the ebook. Woohoo! Barbara did, and Patricia also did. Yay! I'm so glad you guys all got it. All right, you guys tell me, would you like me to do a couple more rows here? I'm going to do the shift. How about that? I see 2 yeses, so I'm assuming most of you guys who don't want to type it up are assuming, Nikki, someone already said yes, so I don't have to type it up. It's all good. Okay, let me do a few rows of single crochet stitches. So I'm going to try to speed that up because it really is just single crochet stitches for 3 rows. So that's what you're doing. So 3 rows of just single crochet stitches, 1 stitch per stitch. Now, this gives you an opportunity to ask me some questions, because all I'm doing right now is crocheting single crochet stitches. So give me your questions. I apologize if my table is moving a little bit. I'm hoping you guys can't see it too well. I don't have a heavy table. I have a light table. So it makes things a little bit bouncy. At some point I have to move my camera to another table, so that way it's not so bouncy. All right, I have 1 row down. Now I have 2 more to go. So that gives you another chance to ask me some questions. All right, here we go. Donna's saying she's going to get the ebook when we're done. Yay! I'm so happy for you. Let's see. Does anyone have any questions for me about the spike stitch or any other questions related to the ebook? I am here for you. Because this is a live video, I can't speed this up, but during the replay, you can speed it up. So if you don't want to listen to me talk while I'm doing single crochet stitches, I would totally understand that. Unfortunately, I can't speed it up myself. I'm not a machine yet. Yet is probably the wrong word to say. I don't want to be a machine. Barbara is saying she can't wait to finish the Bird of Paradise. Yeah, in case anyone's curious, in the Crochet Club, our membership, we are working on a Bird of Paradise. So we have part 3 coming out tomorrow. That's an exclusive pattern to the Crochet Club, by the way. And then we have one more part, which is assembly, and that is part 4 the following week. Yes, we have a lot of exclusive crochet alongs in our membership, in case anyone's curious. All right, so let's see. Melanie's saying she has tried the spike stitch before, but can't figure out where to insert the hook. Okay, so let's see. Melanie, let me point it out. So I'm going to go through it again in a second, and I show you the spike stitch again in the yellow color, okay? So, but the idea is simply that you're going down into whatever stitch it says. You know, typically the patterns will tell you how many rows you're going down. So I call the row that I just did would be, you know, row 0. So then it would be 0, then 1, 2, 3. So if you're looking at your stitches, you have to know where your rows are. That's very important, right? You have to identify your rows. So this would be 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, right? So you would go underneath it. So this is 0, then here's 1, 2, 3, right? So typically the designer should tell you where to insert the hook, and then you're just pulling up the loop from the back. Okay, I'll show you again. So let's see. Are you able to carry the yarn when you're doing the changes? I'm carrying the yarn here on the side, but I'm not carrying it through. There's no point of carrying it through, regardless if this is row around. There's no point. You're going to have peekaboos. So just drop your yarn and then pick it up. You can also cut it unless you're able to hide it. For me, my little swatch here, it doesn't matter for my swatch. But if you're doing it for blankets or something, you can totally cut it and then weave it in. Or you can just crochet over when you do it for the border, right? In order to, you know, hide it. Let's see. Okay. Barbara says she has never tried to spike stitch before. Okay, so let me show you guys again. So in a different way. So I'm going to switch here colors really quickly. So switcheroo. There we go. And now I'm going to do the spike stitch with the yellow color, but I'm shifting it 3 stitches over, okay? So instead of starting like I just did with the single crochet stitch, this time I'm starting with the big stitch right here, okay? So again, we're shifting it over by 3 stitches. So this is the one we're starting with this time instead of this one. So let me show you. So you would start right here. You need to go into that single crochet down here. So literally go into it. That's 3 rows down, so you can count it, right? So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so right here, yarn over, and look, I'm yarning over in the back. Yarn over, pull up the loop like that. Okay, and then yarn over, pull through. So that's your first spike stitch, and that's the same as this one. So that means now you can see that the little one and the big one are always on top of each other, right? Now we're going to go back up, right? Because we're right here. So now we need to do number 2. So count from the top here. This will be right here is where stitch 1 is. This is stitch 2. So 0, 1, 2. So right here's number 2. Yarn over, pull through, pull up your loop. Yarn over, pull through. So you always finish like a single crochet stitch. Now it's 1. So let me point to it. This is 0. This is 1. Okay, so right here's 1. So this is the number of rows from the top down counted. Okay, so this is 1. Now we have to do 0. So now you can see that the regular 0 meaning is a single crochet, and it's on top of the big one right here, right? You can also see that the yellow ones are matching. So the yellow single crochet is on top of the yellow single crochet. So that's what you want to do for this specific version of this stitch. Okay, so let's go back down. So this was be 0. This is 1. So right here is 1. Yarn over, pull through, pull up your loop, okay, and finish it up like a single crochet. Now over here, you go 2 down, 0, 1, 2. So it would be down here, yarn over, pull through, pull up your loop, and finish it up like a single crochet stitch. Now let's go to the next one. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's right here by that single crochet. Okay, yarn over, pull through, pull up your loop. You want it to be the same height over here, so nothing crunches up, okay? And now let's go back up. So 0, 1, 2. Here's 2. Pull it up, finish it up like a single crochet stitch. 0, 1, and single crochet stitch. Okay, let's do another repeat and another half repeat. Okay, let's see. I always have trouble counting my rows and single crochets. There's a trick to it. You really can look at your little holes right here. Okay, this is what I do. I look for my little holes. So you can almost see that as a line. If you would put like a ruler through it with like a ruler on it and connect all the dots, this is your separation. That means this is 1 row right here. So that means over here is another one, right? This is another one. You can see it's a little bit different because we turned our work. But here's the same thing. You have these little holes right here. If you connect them, which kind of are almost connected right there, right? So there's your another line. So this would be row 2. And then right here is row 3. So look at these little lines as your little dots as your lines, okay? So you can separate your rows from each other. Does it look the same on the back as the front? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, which is nice. So it makes it reversible. Whether it is rows or rounds, it doesn't matter. So let's finish up this row real quick. So this would be 0, 1. And then the next one would be, whoops, splitting my yarn. 0, 1, 2. And then 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going into my holes that I just mentioned. That's where I'm going into, in those holes, okay? Now let's go back up. So 0, 1, 2. See, this is a space, this is a space, this is a space. Okay. It looks like a variation of the overlay mosaic crochet. A little bit, but not really, because it's not a double crochet. It is overlaid, kind of, but it's not a double crochet. It's a single crochet. Plus, it's on both sides, right? So if that would look like double mosaic crochet, not really. Mosaic crochet is really a a double crochet on top of a front loop, which we don't have over here, right? So you may say, okay, it looks like overlaid, right? But it's not the overlay technique, unfortunately. So, all right, I did here one. So now I have to do a regular single crochet stitch. I have 2 more stitches to go. So here will be 0 and 1. And then I finish it up with a 2. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that, no, excuse me, 0, 1, 2. That's what I meant to say. So again, I don't have an edge stitch over here, which is why this one doesn't look like the same as this one. But that's how it looks like. Can you see the eyelets? So this would be one, this would be one, here's one. Can you kind of see it? So this one's called the eyelid stitch or peekaboo, or it's, I mean, it is simply this spike stitch used in a different way, right? So you can make a variation of this. You could even, once you did the big one, you can start over with the little one, and it's more like an abrupt instead of the wave, right? But pretty much the spike stitch can be made in many different ways. This is just happens to be exactly this one, so that's what I was focusing on. But again, a spike stitch can be made different ways. The idea is that you're going down and pulling up a loop and finishing it up like a single crochet stitch. So this is how it looks like. What do you guys think? Are you going to try it? I would love for you to try it. So make sure it's a multiple of 6 for this one plus 1. If you want an edge stitch, add another one, okay? I don't have an edge stitch over here, meaning this one doesn't match the other side. But that's okay for me. You can just do exactly the same way as I did. I did 18 plus 1, so it's 19. Then I did 4 rows of single crochet stitches. One of them is just a foundation down here. Then I did 1 row of the spike stitch in a new color. With that same new color, I did 3 rows of single crochet stitches, and then I switched colors again. I did a little shift of 3 stitches over. With the new color, did the exact same thing, just with a shift, and then repeated that, okay? So that's exactly how it's going to do it, and how it's going to work with this stitch. Okay, I have done the cat stitch. Yeah, the cat stitch, the bear claw, they all look very similar. They all use a variation of the spike stitch. Yes. The chevron stitch. I might do the chevron stitch. I might. I have to decide because I have a few of the chevron stitches. Anyways, let me know if you guys going to try this stitch. We did one yesterday. I want to know, are you trying this one with, wrong hand, this one? Or are you going to try the one from today? Let me know. I will love to know if you're going to try these stitches. Now, I know that some of you guys were part of the mystery crochet along. So if you were, you also tried these stitches right here. Okay. So let's go through them. So we have here the puff stitch in a circle or round, however you want to say it, and then turned into a square. You also learned the jasmine stitch, one of my absolute favorites because of how it looks like, not per se how it's made. I'm not saying that. It's 2 different experiences in terms of the jasmine stitch. One experience on how to make it and one experience how it looks like. Okay, the experience of looking at it is a lot better than actually making it. So I get it. Okay, so and then we did at the very end part 3 with the puff stitch in a zigzag, and then we turned it into a heart or a bag or pouch or whatever else you decided to do. There were many different varieties of versions that you guys did. Here are just some to show them off because you guys did an amazing job in showing them off. Thank you so much for tagging everyone and tagging the hashtag, because that way I was able to find you all. And look at all these beautiful hearts. Oh, you guys did a great job. And if you weren't part of it, that is totally fine. I assume you will, at least you saw some of them floating around because there were so many of them. I'm sure you saw a few of them floating around. Okay, so let's see. Francis saying, do you think the spike stitch would be good as a basket? Francis, we did use the spike stitch on a basket about a year ago, almost to the date, a year ago. And it's called the heart basket with a flower insert. It's in the Crochet Club. It's on my website. It comes with 3 live tutorials, and it has the spike stitch in the basket. So it just has a little bit longer version of it. It's not a repeat of 6. I think think it was either a repeat of 7 or 8. Don't quote me on it. But yes, we did. And yes, I agree 100%. It's a great one. I actually even used it for another basket. It's called the spring basket. So I used the spike stitch on that one too. And it also has the wave. It looks so stunning. Everyone loved it. So go check those out. I have a couple of patterns on my website for that. So if you want to explore a little further in terms of the spike stitch, not just the hat, but a couple of baskets, I do have them. That is why this ebook is so cool, because it allows you different varieties of patterns to use the stitch that you just learned. So let me go through that, because I personally really think that many of you guys have experienced the exact same thing. So you guys tell me, okay? Because one of the things I have experienced when I went to the bookstore or when I went on Pinterest is finding a book, a stitch book, specifically a crochet stitch book, whether it's called a dictionary, encyclopedia, whatever you want to call it. It has stitch tutorials in it. Does it have large font? Does it have a lot of images? If my memory is correct, I only have one book that I use all the time that does have a few extra pictures, but it does not have any video tutorials at all. So, and it doesn't have big font. It's tiny. It's tiny font, has a few extra images, but it was one stitch book, okay? But the other thing is it doesn't have video tutorials. And that was a big problem for me, especially as a beginner. When I first started, I was so frustrated. Yes, I depended a lot on YouTube because I had no one around me able to teach me. The unfortunate part is, for those who know my story, they know that I mixed up slip stitch and single crochet all the way in the beginning when I, there was no YouTube when I first started how to crochet. I learned it right after knitting when I was a teen. There was no YouTube, okay? There was no video tutorials. So, and I mixed those two up, not knowing there's a British terminology and then there is a US terminology. So I didn't know the difference, mixed them up by accident, got frustrated. You probably know what I'm talking about. If you ever do slip stitches instead of single crochet stitches as a beginner, you would get very frustrated. So with video tutorials, I would have known that. And I didn't have any really books out there during that period of time. It was my grandma and me. And we were the only ones that were knitting, mostly knitting, but a little bit crochet. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is having video tutorials in a book is not really possible at this point, meaning, well, it's possible to do, but people are not doing it, or better, publishers are not doing it. I guess it's too much work. I am not sure why. But the other thing is having pattern ideas that come with it. That you will not see, okay? I mean, there might be a few books out there that give you some random patterns in the back, but it doesn't really say, hey, this one is referring to the stitch that you learned on page blah, 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 right? So having all that nicely organized is almost impossible to find. Well, besides this one, okay? So, and then of course, having it ad-free, because I understand some of you guys, because you're so frustrated with the stitch books out there that don't have large font, that don't have video tutorials or pattern ideas, you have to depend sometimes on blogs like mine, right? And then you have the ads on there, and then you don't want to deal with ads, right? And it's frustrating. You can't print them out most of the time, which is true, because otherwise, the designers wouldn't make money. So I get that, okay? I get that there's thousands of millions of blogs out there and trying to learn something, and everyone teaches it differently. I get it. But having all of that in one spot, that is hard to find. And you guys all asked me to have it in one spot. Yes, I read comments. Yes, I listen to you all, and you guys asked for that. Have large font, many images, with video tutorials, with pattern ideas, ideally linked. Yes, I did that. And to have it printable, of course, ad free. And that's what you got, okay? Let's see. I used to Joanne, I love that so much. I used to collect crochet books. Now I need tips and stitches and ideas, and just click on the Crochet Club. That's true. The Crochet Club has a lot to offer. But I do want to point out the fact that this ebook is a separate product from the Crochet Club, but you can get it on sale at any time. One perk of the Crochet Club is you can always get it on sale. It's not as big a sale as this one right now, so keep that in mind. If you want this ebook, you might want to check this out, okay? So now if you feel exact same way as I did and you were frustrated about all of those things in books, then you might want to check out this book right here, okay? And it's currently on sale. It's called Stitches Made Easy, Crochet Stitches Made Easy, and here's the coupon code up there. It's called Stitches15 for $15 off until the 22nd of January 2025, okay? This is the link right there. I popped it into the comments already, and it is pinned on the top, but I'm going to put it into the comments again in case you don't see it. It should be pinned though. So if you want to check that out, I put the link just now into the comments again. It's also in the description of the video. So this book, or ebook I should say, is so popular. It's like literally blowing my mind, okay? I am beyond baffled how many of you guys already got a copy of it. So you can, of course, have it printed out for yourself. Just use a regular printer. I printed it out in double-sided. That means on both sides there's something. So on every printer there's an option. Typically when you print it from a computer, of course, right? Computer or your phone, your iPad, whatever, there should be an option of doing double-sided. That's what I did. So that way it's only 90 pieces of paper, right? And then I have a video on my YouTube channel, if you want to check it out, on how to turn all these pages into a spiral book like I did, okay? You don't need an outside source in order to do it. You can do it yourself. Okay, it's very easy. Trust me, it's very easy. You can also put it in a regular folder if you want. It really doesn't matter. And you don't have to print it. Here's the thing. If you are not printing it, right, then it would be great because that way you can literally click on things, okay? I designed this ebook / PDF as a clickable, interactive piece of thing that you can use anytime, meaning you can carry it around with you on your tablet, on your phone, on your computer, your laptop, whatever, okay? So that way you can click on things. Now, if you print it out the way I did, you can't click on things, right? I understand. But personally, I like to do both. I like to have a printed version as well as a digital. That's just me. Plus, if you ever lose it or something, you always have a digital file, which is why it's so beneficial to have a digital file. It's literally like a 2-in-1 plus the video tutorials plus clickable. But this is the table of content. So let me remind you really quickly because that's very important. I said there are 90 stitches in here, but let's break this out because we have over here number 5, chapter 5 is basic stitches like single crochet, half double crochet, etc., right? And that's 8 of them right there. And then starting chapter 6, you have 82 stitches. That means there's 82 advanced crochet stitches, okay? 82. So 82 plus 8 is 90. You got it, right? But I also added some stitch techniques into it, like mosaic crochet in a regular, reversible, of course, the waffle stitch, waistcoat stitch. Some of those are considered techniques because you make them in different ways. Thermal crochet, linked crochet. You also have the extended stitches, different types of cables over here, right? There's a lot of stitches in here, and I made chapter 6 in alphabetical order. Number 5, chapter 5 is in terms of, height of the stitch, or let's call it, advancement or experience, whatever. It starts with the most simple stitch, slip knot, chains, single crochet, etc. And then goes down right into the magic ring as well as the foundation rows. So that's more the experience level, right? A skill level. And then number 6 is all in alphabetical order. So let me show you. Wait a second. I see a couple of comments flying in. Charlene says the coupon code is not working for me. Did you click the apply button? And it's also case sensitive. It's stitches 15. It's one term, right? Stitches 15, okay? And then you have to click the apply button. If you don't click the apply button, it's not going to work. Charlene, make sure you click the apply button, then it's going to work. I promise you it works because everyone else has used it. I promise you it works, okay? Can you use the spike stitch in any weight? Of course. It depends on what you're making, right? Of course, of course. Let's see. I noticed this is edition 3. That's right. So that means edition 3 includes edition 1 and 2. So this is like an advanced version. That means it has more stitches included. Just like a regular book at the bookstore, when there's updates to the book, you're going to have to get a new book. You're not grandfathered in just because you got edition 1. Sometimes edition 1 has more value, right? Like actual books. But when you then want a new version of it, then you have to get the next edition, right? So this is exactly the same way. So this edition includes edition 1 and 2. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Don't ebooks come with a pattern organizer, PDF, or crochet project? That's what I got in. Yes, I have some additional bonuses too. I didn't mention those because they're on my website. They're kind of separate. I'm giving you extra bonuses when you get this ebook. So check that out. I'm giving you like a little project organizer thing. It's not an organizer. It's more like a tag that you can add to your crochet things when you either gift them or sell them or whatever. And then there's a whip progress organizer there too. So you get those as well. I always add a few extra bonuses because I love you guys. Okay. Charlene is saying the coupon code's working now. Yay. I'm so happy. Sassy Ginger is saying she loves the PDF ebooks. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Tina, you just got it, girl. I am so happy for you. I should do this. Woo! I am so happy for you, Tina. I just found my button. I should use that more often. Anyway, so let me show you how this actually works in action. I keep saying it's clickable. Let me show you, okay? So let's click on, let's say the Alpine stitches, or the first stitches. Ooh, what did I click on? I didn't click on the Alpine stitch. Let's go back. I clicked on the Alpine stitch. I keep doing my finger is too fat. Hang on. Let's do it again. There, I did it. My finger is literally too fat for this. Anyway, so here's the Alpine stitch. Okay, so as you can see, it comes with multiple different photos. It comes with large font. This is letter size, so you can see how big the font is. It's usually size 14, 15, depending. This is, I believe, is 14. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure. You can see there's a video tutorial with it, and of course, down here is the box that tells you, here's your pattern idea. You don't have to search the internet for it. If you want to now practice the stitch, here you go. So I literally give it to you. This one happens to be on the back of the book because it's like reddish and it tells you too, it's on the back. So if you click this, it'll literally send you right over. So if I click this, you can see, boom, I'm right there in the bonus patterns. And then you can always jump back by clicking the main menu button and you come right back, right? And if you don't know how the stitch is going to look like, you just scroll over or flip the page, however, right? And you can see how all of these numbers with the photos correspond to the number in chapter 6. So look, it goes all the way onto 82 over here. So this one goes all the way onto 82. So you know exactly how it's going to look like, okay? Hold on. I'm going to give you guys in a second. I'm going to shout you out too, whoever just got it. Give me 1 second. I just want to finish my thought because I get distracted easily. Anyways, we have bonus patterns down here, okay? So you can click those as well from here. So know exactly how to go and get there. You don't have to scroll 180 pages. You just click and jump, right? So let me celebrate some of you because you deserve to be celebrated. Here we go. I'm going to do my companions son. Robin and Serena. Yay! I'm so happy you guys got it. Who else did? You guys let me know. Let me know. Donna is saying, yes, practice is important. I notice my tension changes as I become more comfortable with a stitch. That's right. You should always practice, practice, practice. For sure. Things don't have to happen on the first try. You can just keep going, right? So let me show you really quickly what the patterns actually look like because I just mentioned they are there. So might as well show them to you, right? So we have a vest, a hat, a scarf, a bag that you just saw, a little pouch, which is perfect for Valentine's Day, just like the heart over here. This bag right here, as I said, it's very popular. It's great for work in progress that you want to bring with you, crochet on the go kind of thing, or as a walker or for a walker or for a wheelchair is also great. We have a cowl. We have a few different cowls over here. A couple more bags, a little cute little turtle, which is great for a guest bathroom because it's 2 washcloth and a coaster. Or if you want to use it as another washcloth, that's fine too. Maybe as a facial scrubby, that works too. Then we have a pillow and a blanket. So that's what you all are getting as a bonus. So remember, it's a Stitch ebook, but you're getting this as a bonus on top of it. And so I'm really, really happy that I'm able to give you extra patterns in this because we all love bonuses. Who doesn't love bonuses, right? Charlene says she got it. Let's go, girl. Woohoo! And who else did? Michelle. Yay! I'm so happy you guys got it. Okay, let's see. Melanie's saying, is the spike stitch the same as the waistcoat stitch? No, it's not. Let me see if I can show you on the picture, but I don't know if I can. So let me see. Okay, so down here, number 74 and 75. Do you see like right above your name? That's the waistcoat stitch. The waistcoat stitch is made into the single crochet, like you go right through it. You don't go underneath or on top, you go right through it. Okay, so technically I guess you could combine the fact of the spike stitch. You could combine both techniques together, the spike stitch with the waistcoat stitch if you wanted to. So you could do that, meaning instead of going below the stitch the way I showed you earlier in the video, you could go right through it, and that would turn the spike stitch into the spike stitch waistcoat stitch kind of thing, or waistcoat spike stitch, either way, however you want to say it. So yes, you can combine them, but they're not technically the same. Is that making sense? Let's see. I want to have so many books, but I totally get it. I totally get it. Lisa, I hope you do get it at some point because this one can be so helpful. No matter what stitch or pattern you're working on, you always have a like quick little reference guide, and you don't have to search the internet for a video tutorial with it. As I said, all of these come with video tutorials. How awesome is that? Did I tell you there's more than 90 video tutorials in there? When I say more than 90, I am referring to more than 90. I think it's over 100 actually, because many of the patterns included get additional video tutorials. So the bonus patterns also have video tutorials. Not every single one, but most of them do. Okay, so that means it brings up to, I believe, over 100 video tutorials in just this one ebook. Mind blown, right? So I say over 90, just to be clear, right? Because it makes more sense to say over 90, 90 plus if you want to call it, because there are 90 stitches in here plus 15 bonus patterns. Woohoo! So if you ever wanted to have one ebook that has everything you need, okay, let me show you this in a little bit of different way, okay, because this would make a little more sense. An ebook that has literally all the stitches that you could possibly think would be important. Most of these are very well known, as well as a few that are more kind of not as well known, but it's a good thing to know kind of thing. Because here's the thing, it is actually scientifically proven that the more you learn, the younger you will stay in your mind. Meaning, you know, you can live longer when you learn a lot of things. Okay, so keep learning. It doesn't matter how old you are, keep learning because it's good for your brain. Okay, so anyway, so you have all the stitches in one place. You can jump from that, as I showed you earlier, right to the stitch. From there you have the video tutorial. From the stitch you can also grab the pattern on the bottom. It's either taken to my website or it's on the back of the book, right? And then you have the pattern, of course. Now, if those who are available in the book, then are of course able to print out. What I said earlier is very important because this is literally a multiple, let's call it a multiple feature ebook, right? It has 90 stitches, one video per stitch. It's ad-free, 180 printer-friendly pages, okay? It's an interactive ebook PDF that you can print out, you can click buttons, you have everything you need just at the tip of your finger, pretty much. And it comes with 15 bonus patterns, but regardless of the bonus patterns, you will have for every advanced stitch on the bottom a little box that tells you this is what you can use yourself stitch for, okay? So it really is a good way to have everything in one. And you will not be able to find another stitch book like that out there. As far as I know, there is none out there besides this one. So if you want to take your crochet skills to the next level, then this is definitely a great place to start. And I love what Dawn says. Crochet is great therapy, 100%. And it's always important to learn something new. For sure. That's really, really important, especially for crochet. It's great for your mind. It's great for your body. Do take breaks in between an exercise anyways, right? Very important. But crochet is definitely very important for your health, mental health, etc. All the good things. And if you have some crochet besties around, it makes it even better. That way you're not alone. Always have some people around you. That's very important, especially in crochet. And even if they don't crochet, sometimes you just need someone to cheer you on and celebrate you, which is why I'm so active in my crochet groups. I always try to cheer you on and, leave a comment if I see you as many times as I possibly can. I don't want to get blocked by Facebook, right? But sometimes I try my darnest to do so. Anyways, oh boy, I just went over the ebook. It is so lovely. Robin, I am so glad. And you just got the ebook. You read right into it. You're like, I am not waiting any second. I want to experience what everyone else is experiencing. I get it, girl. I'm so glad you got it already. All right, so let me show you what some of the other crocheters are saying. How about we read Kira's down here? Okay, Kira is saying, I love this ebook because it takes all the guesswork out of learning a new stitch when I'm in the middle of a pattern that threw me in something I never worked with. Okay, I have always read the directions for how to do the new stitch, but without seeing it or having photos of how to do it, I'm not really certain I did it correctly. Okay, this ebook will help prevent that for me in the future because it has the video tutorials, right? And it has a lot of photos and it has large font. It is printable. It is a digital file. There are so many things that are great about this ebook. Okay, can you gift the ebook? Email me and we'll figure it out. You can probably do so, but I have to do some workaround on that, okay? You need to email me about it so that way I can give you the correct instructions on how to gift it to someone. You can't just, buy it for yourself and then give it to someone. You can't do that because of copyright law. You can't do that. However, you can repurchase it like a second time a certain way. Again, email me and then I'll help you figure out how to gift it to someone else by purchasing it again, meaning a second copy. Okay, so make sure you email me if you ever want to gift someone an ebook. I currently don't have a system in place where it's like a coupon code in that way, but I might be able to do a workaround. Okay, I do have a workaround. You just have to email me. Anyways, long story short, always email me if you have any questions like that. Definitely. Robin's like, heck no, I went straight into it. Yes, I'm not waiting any second. I love it, girl. Deborah's like, call it yarn therapy. That's right. I should call it that way because I am not going to say that knitters are not the same as crocheters. That's correct. We're all the same. And plus, let's keep in mind, buying yarn and crocheting or knitting with yarn are two different hobbies. My husband knows that. It took him a while to figure it out, but it's true. Okay. Having a bunch of yarn that you can look at and get inspired with is completely different than actually using it. So yes, it is yarn therapy for sure. I am so glad you agree with me on that one. Anyways, so you saw this amazing review, and so I think it's time for quizzes. Are you guys ready for quizzes? I have 2 questions for you guys. Are you guys ready for 2 questions? But before I get into the 2 questions, I do have to remind you really quickly, what are the prizes that you can win? And of course, do I go live again? Of course I am. So first of all, let me show you that. Okay, so I am going to go live again. So today's Monday, so that means tomorrow's Tuesday, and we're going to do 2 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, the reason for that is because I'm going live in the Crochet Club at 12 o'clock. Can't do 2 things at once. Sadly, can't split myself in half. But anyways, so 2 o'clock Pacific time on a Tuesday. That means tomorrow, the 21st. And on Wednesday, we do it again at 12 o'clock. Just so that way you can remember it, okay? The links will be my email. Every morning I send out an email so that way you know exactly where to go. You can always just go to my YouTube channel and click on streams or lives or whatever it's called. But it's probably easier if you just see my email, and that way you know exactly where to go, right? But yes, I'm going to go live again. Yes, I'm going to teach you stitches again. And yes, we're going to have prizes again. So in case you're not winning today, it's okay. Come back tomorrow and the day after for the last day on Wednesday. It's when the coupon code expires. So make sure you take advantage of that beforehand. Okay, so now that I talked about that, let's talk about the prizes here for just a moment, okay? We have 10 PDF patterns or 5 PDF patterns of your choice. We have $10 off an ebook that is currently not on sale. We have a free ebook of your choice. I'll show you the ebooks in a second. Free yarn box, that's only for the US. So if you are landing on it, you're not in the US, you get an ebook instead. And then we have $10, $20, and $30 Ravelry coupon codes down here. So those are the prices. Let me show you really quickly the ebooks that I have. Well, besides this one, but here are all the other ones. You can just head over to my website, nikkishomemade.com, and you click on ebooks, and you will see all of them listed right there. Okay, but here's kind of a little summary. I have all kinds of different ebooks. I believe it's 29 ebooks at this point. Don't quote me on the number, but it's a lot of ebooks. So you might want to check all those out if you haven't yet, because there's a lot to learn, right? And of course, I want to show you the box really quickly. Okay, just that you can see. Hold on, I got to zoom out. Donna, is the addition to... I don't know what you mean by, is that in addition to TCC tomorrow? No, Donna, that is the TCC tomorrow. I think you were talking about the live. Yes, I'm going live tomorrow in TCC. Okay, so here's the box. Ooh, I zoomed out too far. Let me do it again. Woo, that was too much. Whee! Let's do some sound effects, right? Okay, so here we go. This is the yarn box that I typically only give out to new TCC, the Crochet Club, members of my membership that are annual members, new annual members, doing a special promotion. Typically when when TCC is on sale, that's when I give out these boxes, but only for the US, okay? So let me show you what's on the inside. This is how it currently looks like. It's about to change, okay? I have a few things that I'm going to order. Hopefully they get here on time, okay? And so one of the things that you can get is this cute drawstring bag, okay? We have two different versions. One where it's in the front, a little one, and one where it's double-sided, and it's more of a fabric. So I have two different types, so you will see which one you get, okay? It's a mystery bag after all. You got a cute little TCC Times with a pattern on the back. We also have some stitch markers and stickers. We have a pop socket, which is for the back of your phone. So you glue it on. There's a little tape here. Just take it off. You put it on the back of your phone. I typically put it on my case. That way I can hold my phone properly and it doesn't get like cramps in my fingers and stuff to hold it and type at the same time. You know, that can be hard sometimes, especially with arthritis and stuff. I don't have arthritis, but I'm trying to prevent it, right? And you can also use it for, to stand up your phone kind of on the side so you can watch movies, etc. So, and then when you're done, you just squeeze it back in like this, and then it's squished together, right? And then it also comes with a measuring tape that, of course, is also a keychain. This is a custom one, just like the pop socket and the drawstring. They are custom. You can't buy them anywhere else. And you get either 1, 2, or 3 different skeins of yarn. It depends on how heavy the yarn is, pretty much, right? It all depends on the weight of the yarn. So let me put this away real quickie. Oopsie daisy, something just fell down. That's okay. I'll pick it up later. Not a problem. Okay. Let's get into the prices. Okay. So I showed you the prices of things that you can win, and here's how it's going to work in terms of the quizzes. I'm going to pop up the quizzes down here. I always explain it for everyone, especially if you're brand new. Okay. And so I will pop them up and you will answer as fast as possible in the comments. Okay. This only counts for those who are here live, of course. Right? And then I go through and I pick a random winner to win. Then the spinning wheel will decide what the actual price is going to be. Yay! So are you guys ready? Let's see. Can you give us a hint of what in the box might be? Not yet, not yet, because I don't want to give something away, a hint, without knowing it's going to arrive on time. So no, I can't give you a hint yet. Maybe if it arrives, then I can, but for now, not yet. Let's see. I should probably switch to pop. Yes, go ahead and switch to the pop sockets, girl. Let's go. Okay, I'm ready for question number 1. Are you ready? Here we go. Question number 1 is, what stitch did you learn at the beginning of the video? I did that one yesterday, but we have a different stitch, so might as well use it again, right? So, what stitch did you learn yesterday in the beginning of this video? Not today, excuse me. What stitch did you learn today in the beginning of the video? Which one? Which one? I want to know. Leave a comment down below. Type it up really quickly so that way I can pick my random winner. I'm going to cover my eyes and then pick my winner. So, are you ready? Are you typing? I'm just going to keep talking because there is a 30-second delay. Plus, you guys need to comment. So, it takes a little bit. So, in the meantime, how about I'll just show you another picture of this. So, I'll tell you what we're doing tomorrow. How about that? Tomorrow, we're going to do number 40, which is the lattice stitch. I haven't decided on Wednesday yet, but number 40 is what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm excited for the lattice stitch because that's a very special stitch. Sometimes also known as a diamond stitch, but most of the time it's called the lattice stitch. There's a few other terms for it, but as I said, stitches have many different names, but it doesn't matter as long as they look how they're supposed to look like. We're good to go, right? Okay, here we go. I think I gave you guys enough time. I'm going to remove this so much. I'm going to remove this now. That's what I meant to say. And so that I can see all of you guys' comments right there. My mouse is in the right position. Here we go. Let's scroll up and down and find my winner. Here we go. I hope that everyone commented who hasn't won before, so that way everyone has a chance. And I'm going to stop right here. Okay, we have, click, come on, click. Yeah! I was like, keep clicking. Don! Yay! I'm so glad you won. Congratulations, Don. I kind of like your name. Don and a hella having fun. I like that. Great one. Okay, Don, the answer was spike stitch. That's correct. Okay, I would have accepted eyelid stitch too or whatever, right? As long as it's the same stitch we're talking about. So, let's see what you're winning. Okay, I'm going to click this and the spinning wheel will decide for me. I don't have to. Okay, let's see what you want. Ooh, it's right on the border. Ooh, a free ebook. Done. Yay! So you can pick 1 out of 29 ebooks. That's awesome. Congratulations, Dawn. I am so happy for you. Okay, so are you guys ready for question number 2? Remember, we have more prizes to give away in the next few days. Actually, 2 days. Okay, so come back tomorrow and the day after to learn something as well as having a chance to win something. So, and tell your crochet besties, the more people we have showing up, the better, right? We have more fun that way, especially on Wednesday. I might do 3 prizes on the last day if we have a lot of people show up. So you come and join us, okay? So here we go. Let me remove this away. Okay, let's go to question number 2. Are you guys ready? Question number 2. It's a different question this time. Question number 2 is, what is the coupon code to save $15 until Wednesday, the 22nd of January, 2025? Come on, you guys know this one. Hint, hint, it's on screen. Come on, I know you know this one. You know this one. I know you do. In the meantime, I'm just going to show you the summary slide again for the ebook so you know exactly what you're getting if you are going to get it, okay? You get 90 stitches, 1 video per stitch, and some of the patterns also have videos, so it means it's over 90 videos. I didn't count, but I think we're close to 100. It's ad-free, of course. It is 180 printer-friendly pages that you can print out or you can use digitally, right? It is an interactive PDF ebook, which means it has clickable buttons and, as I said, even video tutorials. And it comes with 15 bonus patterns, even though every stitch on the bottom has a little box that gives you an idea of what to use the stitch for. So there's a lot of things happening in this ebook, which is amazing. So here we go. I'm going to remove this and this so that way I can find my winner. Here we go. You guys had enough time. So I'm going to put my mouse in the right position. Let's scroll up and down. Here we go. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? I'm going to stop right. How about here? We have Mrs. Garjani. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. I'm sorry. Yay, you won. That's correct. It says stitches 15. I would have accepted it whether it's up or uppercase or lowercase. Doesn't matter for this specific answer. But it is case sensitive, by the way, for the actual checkout. I do want to point that out. Okay, so congratulations. You just won. So let's see what you won. Okay, here we go. We are going to spin the spinning wheel and it's going to land on, it looks like a $10 Ravi coupon code. Yay, congratulations. Okay, so let me now show you, hang on, my email address because it's always very important, right? Because my winners need to reach out to me. So here's my email address, Nicole@nickishomemade.com. You can always pause the video if you need to write it down. Okay, so Nicole@nickishomemade.com. Email me, please put the prize on the subject line, winner of whatever prize, because that way it's easier for me to go back and figure out if you are who you are. Okay. I don't want random people to pretend to be you. So make sure you put it in so that way I can double check and that way you get the prize as soon as possible. So if I know all that information, it's much easier. So give me the price in the subject line, so that way I can get your price faster to you. Sounds good? Congratulations to all the winners. I am so excited for y'all to be here. So anyways, let's see. Did I miss any comments? I feel like I missed some comments. If I missed anyone saying they got the ebook, please leave me a comment down below one more time. That way I can celebrate you. I'm going to review the ebook just one more second, just that we all on the same page. You get 90 stitches, you guys. Please let me know if you find ever another book that does have all of what I wrote over here, okay? Some books may have more stitches. I get that. That's fine. They can do whatever they want. But the one thing they don't have, I can promise you, for now at least, for year 2025, because I haven't found it yet, is video tutorials. I promise you they don't have that yet. I started finding some cookbooks out there, just a couple of them I found, that have QR codes in them, okay, for a video tutorial, but I didn't find anything for crochet. Whether it's a pattern book or a stitch book, I have not found it with a video tutorial. Ad-free, yes, they typically ad-free, but mine is also digital, so you can print it whenever you want. If you lose it, you can print it again, okay? 180 printer-friendly pages. It's an interactive ebook PDF. Most of them out there don't have that stuff, right? Even if they give you an ebook, they don't have any clickable buttons. Mine do, and it comes with pattern ideas, and it has 15 bonus patterns in here as well. So this is really a win-win for anyone, regardless of which level you are as a crocheter, a beginner, intermediate, advanced. It's always good to learn something new. All right, I gotta celebrate a few others. Here we go. We have Lori. She got the ebook. We got Deborah. You got the ebook too. Woohoo! Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Judy is saying, how soon will I get the book? It's an ebook, first of all. Ebook, okay? So once you are typed this in, you should get it within minutes. Like seriously, minutes. Check your junk folder or spam folder. Sometimes an email goes into that, okay? So be aware of that. And if you made a typo in your email address, you obviously ain't gonna get it. So what that means, you have to reach out to me so I can double check you didn't make a typo in your email address. It happens more often than you believe. Trust me, at least once a day, I have to fix someone's email address. It happens. It's okay. I can fix it on my end. All you have to do is reach out to me and say, hey, I haven't gotten the email confirmation yet. Could you check on my email address? Did I make a typo? Okay, and then I'll fix it for you, and then you get access immediately. Okay, but in the meantime, check first your junk folder and see if you got it there. Remember which email address you used, so that way you're looking in the right spot, and that way you know exactly how to get it. All right, here we go. Will the extra things for the goodie box come before you deliver the boxes in the no, they will not. Whatever I showed you is whatever people are winning this time around is what they're winning right now. I would show you what you would be winning, okay? So whatever I showed you right now, that's what the box is going to have in there, okay? So the other things are not going to come for another 2 weeks or so, at least. So no, whatever you saw is what you're getting, okay? Sounds good? So let's see. If you want a yarn box, of course. Let's see. Crochet Stitches Made Easy ebook. Yes, Judy. Check it out. It should have something with crochet stitches in your email, and if not, reach out to me and I'll help. Okay, I think I answered most of you guys' questions. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I think I did everything. Okay, so if you have any further questions, just reach out to me. I'm here to help you. Remember, you're getting this ebook at a sale right now using Stitches 15 for $15 off until the 22nd of January. So if you have any further questions, I'm here for you, but you are going to learn a few more stitches the next few days. So come back. I want to see you. I hope you're going to be there. Until then, grab your ebook, get your crochet skills to the next level, and I'll see you at the next live. Bye.